Remember this?
Now, Senator Harris says she's proud of her record as a prosecutor and that she'll be a prosecutor president, but I'm deeply concerned about this record. She put over 1,500 people in jail for marijuana violations and then laughed about it when she was asked if she ever smoked marijuana. She blocked evidence that would have freed an innocent man from death row until the courts forced her to do so. She kept people in prison beyond their sentences to use them as cheap labor for the state of California.
Thank you, Congresswoman. Senator Harris, your response.
As the elected Attorney General of California, I did the work, and I am proud of that work. And I am proud of, but actually doing the work. It is why, and because I know that criminal justice system is so broken, for what we need to do to not only decriminalize, but legalize marijuana in the United States.
I want to bring Congresswoman...
Innocent people. You actually blocked evidence from being revealed that would have freed them until you were forced to do so. There is no excuse for that.
Well, Kamala opens mouth and Tulsi shuts it. I'm Jazz Borganzo, and this is what's next. Hey, what's up, everyone? Jazz Borganzo here. Another episode of What's Next, your daily dose, weekend edition, evening edition. Happy Saturday night. Well, let's take a trip on the way back. Let's go way, way, way back to early 2020, excuse me, where you had the Democratic debates, presidential debates. And, of course, part of those debates was one Kamala Harris, former Attorney General, then Senator, versus Tulsi Gabbard, former Congresswoman, then Congresswoman. They were both running for the presidential candidacy for the Democratic side. In one of the most memorable moments, you had Kamala shooting her mouth off about how great her prosecutorial powers were when she was Attorney General, and Tulsi Gabbard just smacking her down with facts. Now, we fast forward to 2022. Kamala Harris is now the Vice President of the United States because, of course, the most ethically run presidential campaign in history. And now you have Tulsi Gabbard, who now retired, is now doing the political talk show scene, and she's been doing that ever since. Enter Brittany Griner. Yes, we all know what's going on with Brittany Griner. Yes, she's been in Russia these past few months, on vacation. And speaking of, she got caught with cannabis in hand, and Russia, caught her and threw her in the pokey, and now she is serving 9 years of the Gulag. Of course, she threw America on the bus. She said how evil and racist America was, and, how hated America was. But now that she is going to be serving some hard time making big rocks into little bitty ones, yeah, now she's all, I love America, State Department, get me the fuck out of here. Wow. Isn't that nice? Let's take a look. This comes out of Breitbart. Tulsi Gabbard questions Kamala Harris' hypocrisy on Brittany Griner after prosecuting marijuana crimes as a California Attorney General. Friday on Fox News' Tucker Carlson. Former Representative Tulsi Gabbard criticized Vice President Kamala Harris, for her double standard of justice on WNBA player Brittany Griner. Griner was sentenced to 9 years in the Russian Gulag for violating drug laws after being caught in possession of the cannabis. Gabbard compared Harris's remarks calling for Griner's release to her time as California Attorney General, having prosecuted and incarcerated those charged with marijuana possession. Quote, another note of hypocrisy comes from Kamala Harris and his administration is, as you mentioned, how, during her illustrious career as Attorney General in California, you gave some of those examples, Gabbard said. She kept prisoners in prison longer than their sentences to use them as free slave labor. Yes, slavery is alive in the 21st century. Yet, at the same time, these very same people are condemning other countries for doing the same exact damn thing. It doesn't make any sense. I think what struck me is that when I saw Kamala Harris' tweet and her statement expressing the outrage of Brittany Griner, first of all, let me say this. I don't think anybody anywhere in the world should be in prison for marijuana possession. She continued, period, full stop. When you look at Kamala Harris' statement on Twitter, she expressed the outrage about Brittany Griner. My question for her, and the Biden administration is, the dementia administration is. Where is your outrage for your fellow Americans who are sitting in prison today in the United States of America because of the same minor marijuana violations? Quote, how come you are not fighting as hard as them to be returned home, to be reunited with their families as you are for Brittany Griner? Gabbard added. She said, the message to the American people through their actions is loud and clear. If that you're rich and powerful or famous, then you can get special treatment from the dementia boy. If you're not, well, we don't give two fucks, and we're going to let you sit there and rot in the gulags. But let's hear a little bit from Tulsi herself.
Like
Of
that.
minor marijuana violations. How come you are not fighting as hard for them to be returned home and reunited with their families as you are for Brittany Griner? And to me, the message to the American people through their actions is loud and clear, is that if you are rich and powerful or famous, then you will get special treatment from this administration. If you are not, we don't care about you, and we're going to let you sit there and rot in jail.
My thoughts. I agree 1000% with Tulsi Gabbard that, Kamala, knee pads, word salad queen. Yeah, she's a hypocrite. A total fucking hypocrite. Her whole political career has been one giant fucking hypocrisy. From Attorney General to Senate to now duly elected Vice President of these United States. And of course, as we all know, that whatever Kamala Harris has been put in charge of has failed miserably because of her incompetence to just put out a sentence that anybody can understand. Well, she is learning from the master, dementia boy, so, well, you got to give her credit for that, give her points. But now I disagree with Tulsi that prisoners shouldn't get any jail time regarding marijuana possession. To me, 30 days. 30 days in the county pokey. I think that's a message being sent to say, hey, you know what? We mean business. Get yourself some help, straighten yourself out, and don't let it happen again. But should anyone be surprised with everything that's been going on with this Griner situation when you have, much more pressing needs going on in this country? Things like weak-ass borders, inflation, high gas prices, high food prices, supply shortages. But those are tame. Stop it. Stop it. Brittany Griner is what's important here. That is the priority. This is the dementia administration after all. And with that being said, I'm Jazz Berganzo. This is What's Next. Oh, and by the way, that if you pick anybody else, if it were LeBron James, if it were Michael Jordan, Tom Brady, Tom Cruise, Taylor Swift, Kanye, Beyonce, Jay-Z, name a famous person, and they would have gotten out faster than Brittany Griner. And what does that tell you? Please leave a comment below. Like it, share it, subscribe to it. And we'll catch you guys next time. Peace.